The following video has been created without the use of AI. Please support your human content creators by liking the video and commenting something down below. Subscribing is optional. Now please, enjoy the show. Ever since the end of the Vision Hunt decree and the ceasing of the eternal thunderstorm around the island nation of Inazuma, trade between it and Lewe picked up again on an official level. Gone were the brave sailors who roared against the storm to smuggle and keep up the black market in both cities. They practically vanished overnight. And while Lord Morax, now just simply Zhongli, didn't expect any big changes to occur, he was glad that the traveler was not only well off, but also brought change on a massive scale to that tiny nation in the ocean. He would have kept well enough alone, of course, returned to his simpler life as a mortal, and just smiled warmly knowing everything was all right. If it wasn't for this. With shaking hands, he sat before the shattered teacup. The liquid spilled across the table. A few people in the tea house were looking at him. Thankfully, he managed to get out of his shock daze just as the waiter approached. My deepest apologies, I must have burnt my fingers. He smiled as the employee wiped away the stain and offered a new cup. That would be very exhilarating, thank you, he said breathlessly, a bit of sweat running down his neck. Watching as the waiter left, Morax leaned back in his chair. His heart was beating really fast. This taste, this tea. The tea, the same tea he ordered every time at the end of his workday. It tasted like a tea he hasn't tasted in a very long time. It shocked him to his very core. How was this possible? The waiter placed a new cup on the table. This time, evidently, the liquid wasn't steaming.
Here, sir, on the house. We apologize deeply for the burn.
No, it's fine. He paused, quickly taking a sip. Now that it was much cooler, the taste was a little off, but it undoubtedly was that tea. The tea from before. At least this time he didn't have a flashback to the first time he drank it. Quickly he put the cup down. My good man, why does it taste different?
Well, the heat?
No, I have ordered this tea here every day since I became a funeral consultant. It tastes different. The waiter realized what Zhongli meant.
Well, sir...
The waiter looked out to the sea of the harbor, where an Inazuman ship just docked. Professionally, he folded his hands behind his back.
The mixture of herbs in this tea includes a spice from Inazuma. Since the storm has ceased, that spice can now be acquired again legally, and therefore we can use it properly, to its fullest extent.
Zhongli's eyes flashed. How did he not know that? Mind telling me who procured these spices?
Oh, it's much more than just a mere spice, sir. It comes from a mixologist. An alchemist is making this tea. We purchase it directly from her. Due to the Vision Hunt decree, she went into hiding and was even unable to be found by the black marketeers for a long time. But you don't know that from me, sir. She is quite a remarkable woman.
Woman? I see. It was impossible. He held her lifeless body.
Since the decree was enacted and the storms began, we were rationing the tea heavily and we punched it.
But it has been longer, ever since the decree, that I had this. Zhongli said that without thinking.
Pardon, sir?
Nothing. Could you tell me about this mixologist? I'd very much like to meet her. And this is why Zhongli was right now on Inazuman soil. He had taken a vacation that had been long overdue. If anything, Hu Tao had become concerned that he never took a break. Though this also meant that she would focus her little pranks on someone else or chase after Chi-Chi. Zhongli was hoping that this time she didn't play any pranks on the patrons. They were grieving after all. Setting foot on the electric grounds of Inazuma was nostalgic, and yet he didn't have any desire to gain any unwanted attention. Not wanting the shogun to know about his arrival, mostly due to convenience, really. And the mixologist didn't live in Inazuma City conveniently. He could keep a low profile. His journey brought him to a small village, nestled between Rito and the main city. Here, rice fields were stretching out as far as the eye could see, with the exception of 2 patches right next to a minka, a traditional Inazuman-style building. On its front were multiple flower pots that grew delicious-smelling herbs, a single bench next to the entrance door, and an outdoor cooking stove and oven even. Some firewood was piled at the side. And a group of purple butterflies were gently floating above a small bed of plants. This must be it, he thought. And let's stop it right here. I'm so sorry. This video is actually a members only video. If you want full access to it, just join my members program. Just $4.99 a month. Watch it and many other videos like it, as every month I produce one of these. So enjoy, and thank you for watching.